What if you arrived on Earth before humanity ever existed? What happens when one man becomes the first human on Earth? What if one wish placed him into a world that had never known humans? No cities, no languages, no history, just one human consciousness standing alone on a planet that had never known people. Would that be freedom? Or the loneliest role a human could ever play? Late at night, exhausted by noise, expectations, and a world that never stopped asking for more. The magical ring rolls out of shadows and glows in the distance as if it is waiting for the wish. It beams brighter as he softly whispers his wish. He whispers a thought he doesn't fully understand himself. I wish I were the first human on Earth. The ring glows softly. The air tightens. Light bends, just slightly, like the world is holding its breath, like gravity is shifting. The ring vibrates silently and vanishes. Then, the walls tremble, glass cracks, and then stillness. Everywhere becomes quiet, because this wish doesn't destroy humanity. It removes it before it ever begins. It turns Earth into a flawless world, but with only one person to live with. And what he becomes next was never meant for one person alone. Would you wish to be the first human on Earth? By sunrise, he realizes something terrifying and beautiful. Morning light spills across untouched land. No roads, no buildings, no signs of anyone before him. He opens his eyes and is met with silence. No voices, no language, no signals of human life. Curious, he steps out. He steps forward. His footprint presses into soft soil. The first human footprint Earth has ever known. No echoes, no witnesses, and just the planet and him. The sun is still out, but everything else is gone. No sign of human existence. He is all alone. Everywhere looks strange. There are no structures of any kind. The supermarket he saw last night is no more. Every building is gone without a trace. Now, all he sees are trees and grasses bending under an untouched wind. At first, it feels like paradise. The world is alive. Birds sing without fear. Rivers run clear and cold. Forests stretch endlessly, uninterrupted by borders or fences. No ownership, no flags, no history arguing over who belongs where. Every mountain, every river, every coastline, all of it exists without permission. And for the first time in his life, nothing expects anything from him. He is excited. He runs in fresh grass, swims in clean waters, climbs untouched trees. He quickly sets up a camp using woods as he listens to the birds sing melodious tune. When day breaks, he looks around the fresh environment. With no single dirt, and he smiles. He tries to herd animals, but fails when a deer outsmarts him. He plants crops and watches half get eaten by squirrels. He attempts fire and almost burns down a patch of forest. He sleeps when the sun sets, wakes when it rises. His body settles into rhythms humans once evolved for before clocks told them otherwise. His thoughts slow, his chest feels lighter. Then he realizes something else. With no one else here, every choice becomes final. He has total control. The way he builds shelter becomes the only architecture Earth has ever known. The way he lights fire becomes the standard, even when it scars the soil. He chooses to fish in rivers, not lakes. When he hunts too much, animals disappear from the area. When he plants the wrong crops, insects swarm and destroy them. There is no trial and error society, no second opinion, just cause and consequence. Slowly, he understands. Being first doesn't make him powerful. It makes him responsible. And yet, something is missing. There are no eyes watching him. And with no one to engage in competition, he stops comparing himself to others. Hence, anxiety, which comes mostly from comparison, disappears. Suddenly, his chest feels lighter. He can sleep better at night. And he does, even though he sleeps on a bare floor. and he has no idea which wild animal may eat him while he sleeps. But a clean, unpolluted environment makes him sleep peacefully. He notices that his health has gotten better. His circadian rhythm snaps into place. His immune system becomes strengthened. His nervous system regulates. His cortisol levels drop, reducing chronic stress responses. His heart rate stabilizes as his body exits constant fight or flight. His thinking is heightened because his reduced sensory overload improves his thinking ability. The best part? He lives life without a social mirror, and the feeling is exhilarating. His mind finally goes quiet. With freedom of mind and space, he slowly gains back his confidence. It feels like he is healing. Unknown to him, humans were not created to thrive alone. He begins to crave human attention, to experience connection in any form. But there is no one to laugh with, no one to disagree, no one to confirm that he exists the way he thinks he does. Without other humans, he can't tell if he's kind, or patient, or cruel. Jokes die the moment he speaks them. Kindness has nowhere to land. His identity starts to blur, because identity was never meant to be built alone. That's when his mind starts searching for legacy. He remembers electricity exists, medicine works, stars can be mapped, but memory is not mastery. Without teachers, without peers, without anyone to challenge or refine his ideas, knowledge begins to decay. Unused pathways weaken, concepts fade. Why invent tools no one else can use? Why create systems no one will inherit? Progress freezes, not because he's incapable, but because intelligence needs friction to survive. And then the truth becomes impossible to ignore. He cannot create another human. No children, no future generations. There will be no governments or systems, no matter how perfect his systems are, no matter how elegant his ideas are. Everything he builds ends with him. A twisted ankle becomes dangerous. An infection becomes fatal. There are no doctors, no teachers, no historians. Slowly, he begins to lose touch with his past. All his memories lose their warmth. Every laugh he has heard now sounds artificial. The brain stops reinforcing old emotional circuits. He makes up imaginary companions. He craves faces into stones and pretends they are his friends. Nature doesn't care that he arrived first. It doesn't pause. It doesn't adjust. The planet was never designed to revolve around one person, but Earth keeps going. As years pass, forests expand. Rivers reshape their paths freely. Animals move without fear of extinction. Carbon stays locked underground. Oceans stabilize. Ice ages follow their natural cycles. Without humanity, the planet doesn't struggle. It heals. And he finally understands something no human ever wanted to admit. Earth never needed us to survive. So why did he need Earth to begin with? Being the first human was never about ruling the world. It was about understanding why humanity was always meant to arrive together. Not as gods, not as conquerors, but as witnesses to each other. He wasn't meant to be a king. He was meant to be a seed. When he finally lies down beneath unfamiliar stars, the planet doesn't pause. Grass grows over his fire pits. Rain washes away his marks. Earth continues, unchanged, alive, patient. Would you still wish for it? And somewhere in the alternate reality, the ring rolls once across a spotless marble showroom floor. Headlights glare like eyes in the dark. A man stands between a supercar and a hypercar, breathing like he just walked into heaven. He runs his hand along the hood and whispers, half desperate, "I wish every luxury car in the world was mine." The ring glows once, outside. Alarms start singing. Across the city, valet keys vanish from pockets. Garage doors unlock by themselves. Engines wake up, one after another, like they've been called. And then, from every street, they start moving. Not toward dealerships, not toward owners, toward him. And the ring disappears,